Brenner, McQueen, Coburn, Vaughn, Bronson, Buckholtz, Dexter, the Magnificent Seven.
We wish you to help us.
There's this man, Calvera.
A thief. A murderer.
He and his men, they steal our food. And then they leave us to starve. And he will do so until he is stopped.
Even 5 wouldn't give us too much trouble.
There won't be any trouble if you ride on.
Ride on. I'm going into the hills for the winter. Where am I going to get the food for my men?
Buy it or grow it.
Or maybe even work for it.
7. Somehow I don't think you've solved my problem.
We deal in lead, friend.
Solving your problems isn't our line.
Yul Brynner.
Anything wrong?
Turn that rig around and get it down the hill.
Steve McQueen.
Window. Curtain moved.
I'm not in a good position. Let him stick his neck out.
James Coburn.
Call it.
Robert Vaughn. Charles Bronson. Horst Buckholtz. Brad Dexter. 7 magnificent men in one magnificent motion picture. The Magnificent Seven. Eli Wallach as Calvera, the bandit.
Guns, ammunition. You know how much money that costs? Huh? Huh?
He had a town at his mercy. And the Magnificent Seven at his throat. 7 who fought like 700. The Magnificent Seven.
The good, the bad, the ugly. The blue, the gray, the Civil War.
thrilling pages of life rides a man you must fear and respect. A man whose unconquerable will and boundless determination carved a lusty, rough, and boisterous slice of history called The Searchers. It's John Wayne as Ethan Edwards, who had a rare kind of courage. The courage that simply keeps on, far beyond all reasonable endurance, never thinking of himself as martyred, never thinking of himself as brave.
So we'll find him in the end, I promise you. We'll find him.
Here is a story of a man, hard and relentless, tender and passionate, of people who dared to challenge a hostile land. Here is drama of great love and aching loneliness.
I found him. I found Lucy.
What you saw was a buck wearing Lucy's dress. I found Lucy back in the canyon.
What was she?
What do you want me to do? Draw you a picture? Spell it out? Don't ever ask me. As long as you live, don't ever ask me more.
And if you don't hear my first holler, you better read my mind, because I don't aim to raise no two hollers on any subject at hand.
Yes, sir.
Boy, watch that knife.
Go, Martin, please.
Stand aside, Martin.
No, you don't, Ethan. Ethan, no, you don't.
Stand aside. Looks like you got yourself surrounded.
Yeah, and I figure on getting myself unsurrounded. Let's go!
Like Rio Bravo, with its thundering story of raw courage against overwhelming odds, and its once-in-a-lifetime combination of today's hottest star names. You've seen nothing like them together, and here at Rio Bravo, nothing can tear them apart.
Not even a thank you do I get.
Maybe you're right, Stumpy.
Huh?
You're a treasure.
Well,
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Well,
Tired, aren't you, John T? I can fix you a nice hot bath.
All I want is a drink.
Then, this is all I can do for you?
I told him you were one of the best.
I'll tell you what I'm a lot better at, Mr. Wheeler. That's minding my own business. No offense, Sheriff.
Where are you going?
get your hands off.
I said, where are you going?
You got no use for a man you can't depend on. One bad night and I'm done for.
Better go easy on that stuff. That makes 3 you had.
Yep. You'd be lying, because that's what I am, a soft-headed idiot. There isn't any other explanation for staying around here and inviting myself into this.
Round the bend, she'll be waiting for my rifle, pony, and me. For my rifle, my pony, and me.
This has been one of the few peaceful scenes from the picture Rio Bravo, with John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Walter Brennan here, and a new girl, Angie Dickinson.
Tell him about Ricky Nelson.
Oh yeah, that's me. Come and see us.
Of the frontier, the Old West lives again as only John Ford can recreate it. People with wonderful characters who have become legend in their own time. Of them all, two are the most memorable: Liberty Valance and the man who shot him.
That's my steak, Valance.
You heard him, dude. Pick it up.
I said you, Liberty. You pick it up.
And the man who shot him was justifiably destined to become a hero. Yet, strangely enough, only one of these people could be sure he knew the identity of the man who shot Liberty Valance.
Now you stay out of this, Donovan. He's been hiding behind your gun long enough. You got a choice, dishwasher. Either you get out of town, or tonight you'll be out in that street alone. Heard him say he had a gun in his hand, didn't you?
I didn't say that.
That ain't murder, Mr. Marshal. That's a clean-cut case of self-defense. Now get out of my way. This time, right between the eyes.
Streamlined world today, adventure takes wing. Planes scuttle across country at amazing speed. Man has raced around the earth in less than 4 days. Planes roar at 400 miles an hour. Airships, streamlined trains and buses speed thousands to new frontiers. Yet well within the span of our memory, the streamliner of its day, the American stagecoach, crossed the uncharted rugged West, bringing new people to a new country. What fascinating stories there were in the life of the stagecoach, and in the lives of its courageous passengers who found romance in danger and understanding in strange companionships. From the adventures of these American frontier characters, John Ford has created a truly great motion picture, Stagecoach, a drama as forceful and as true as The Informer, and as gripping as The Hurricane.
You all hear what the lieutenant said?
What are you trying to do, scare somebody?
If you'll take my advice, ma'am, you won't take this trip.
My husband is with his troops in Dry Fork. If he's in danger, I want to be with him.
All right, folks.
Hey, Curly, why don't you take the cuffs off the kid? He's mighty handy with a gun.
You drive them horses. I'll take care of the kid.
The man works all his life to get a hold of some money so that he can enjoy life, and has to run into a trap like this.
Trap, brother? You mean the Apaches? There's been no sign of them.
You don't see any signs of them. They strike like rattlesnakes.
You talk too much, Gatewood.
Don't, Fritz, don't please.
Take it easy, Gatewood. We may need that fighting before we get to the ferry.
You wouldn't be much good in a fight, you jailbird.
Oh, leave the kid alone. He's handcuffed.
Ringo asked me to marry him. Is that wrong for a girl like me? If a man and woman love each other, it's all right, ain't it, Doc?
Don't you know that boy's headed back for prison? Besides, if you two go into Lordsburg together, he's got to know all about you.
You didn't answer what I asked you last night.
Look, kid, why don't you try to escape?
I gotta go to Lordsburg. Why don't you go to my ranch and wait for me?
Wait for a dead man.
The Wild West was pretty well tamed by 1913.
I saw one just like it in Waco.
Hey, Frank, you know what I hear? I hear they got one of those things up north that can fly.
That was a balloon, you damned old fool. No, the old man's right. They got motors, wings, go 60 miles in less than an hour.
Driven to the border by the irresistible thrust of civilization were the remnants of the breed that had made the West wild.
If they move, kill them.
The payrolls were harder to get at. The Army rode the railroad now. But there were still a few trails for the kind who'd be cold before they were tame. They called them the Wild Bunch. Pike had been a gentleman of principle. He still had a principle or two.
We're not getting rid of anybody. We're gonna stick together just like it used to be. When you side with a man, you stay with him, and if you can't do that, you're like some animal. You're finished.
Dutch had dug for gold. He gave up digging.
How many cases did you take from the train? 16 cases of rifles. We lost one on the trail.
He stole it.
Lo quiero vivo!
Thornton should have been a lawyer. He always argued.
Hold it! Relax, it's just some champagne we ordered.
Sykes had been a gunman in his day. He still had the gun.
We gotta get him back. How?
Gorch had been trying for years. Sometimes he almost worked up to normal.
I want you to meet my fiancée.
My guess is you're calling yourself Mr. William Money. How about being my partner? I'm heading up north in through Newbraska up to Wyoming. Gonna kill a couple of no-good cowboys.
For what?
For cutting up a lady. They cut up her face.
Have you
seen enough blood for one night.
How long has it been since you fired a gun at a man, Will? 9, 10 years?
Being a good shot, I mean, quick with a pistol. That don't do no harm, but it don't mean much next to being cool-headed. A man who will keep his head, not get rattled under fire. Like as not, he'll kill you.
Let the man out, WW. He's desiring to leave the hospitality of Big Whiskey behind him.
It's a hell of a thing, killing a man. You take away all he's got, and all he's ever gonna.
You'd be William Money out in Missouri. Killed women and children.
That's right. I've killed women and children. Killed just about everything that walks or crawled at one time or another. And I'm here to kill you, little Bill.
I mean it. If you won't go with me now, I'll be on that train when it leaves here.
I've got to stay.
A terror-stricken town left him to face 4 killers, single-handed, at high noon. With every swing of the pendulum, with every second, a man's life ticked away. Never have so few moments held such excitement.
Miller!
What kind of woman are you? How can you leave him like this? Does the sound of the guns frighten you that much?